let us understand about representation of polarized light and unpolarized light. To understand this, let us recall that if we have a source of light and if there is a person observing the electrical vibrations, then this source of light emits a lot of wave trains, like small waves. Each wave will have its own electric field directions. So over time, this source would emit all possible electric field vibrations. So what the person receives would be all possible electric field vibrations. So we need to represent this by some mechanism. Now we can't draw all the possible planes. So to represent this, what we do is we take only two components of the possible electric field vibrations. One component is called as arrow component, another is called as dot component. Arrow component means that the electric field vibrations are confined to a given plane. In this case, the electric field vibrations are confined to the plane which is parallel to this board. And also one more component is called as dot component. This dot component means that the electric field vibrations are confined to a plane which is perpendicular to the direction of this board. When both the dot components and arrow components are equal in number as seen here, then such kind of a wave is called as unpolarized wave or unpolarized light. We can draw like this also. We can draw like this also, but drawing like this becomes very difficult because we need to draw all the components. Some books may draw this also, where they draw all possible arrows with a dot at center. So even this represents unpolarized light. But other easy way to represent is by drawing parallel and then dot components. So those kind of waves in which there are equal number of arrow and dot components is called as unpolarized light. Suppose if we remove the arrow components, and what we get is dot components. Here dot components means that the electric field vibrations are confined to only one plane, and that plane here is perpendicular to the plane of the paper. So this is called as polarized light. Similarly, if you have only one component which is like this, in this case it is parallel to the plane of this paper, even this is called as polarized light. So if we draw only one component, it is called as polarized light. Suppose we have a case where we represent both the arrow and the dot components, but they are unequal. For example, here we have drawn 4 arrow components, and if we draw only 2 dot components, this is said to be partially polarized light. So this is partially polarized light. So this is how we represent polarized or partially polarized or unpolarized light.